We're entering one of my favorite parts of time in Alaska. We're at the end of March. The sun is out until probably about 9 o'clock at night. It's coming up right before 7 o'clock. So we now have close to 14 hours of sunlight a day. And okay, it may not be the sunrise and sunset official, but the sky has light in it, which after several months of it being dark before 5, to finally have that kind of sunlight back and light in the sky is great. That also means it's rocket launch season for the second time this year. So the UAF owned and operated rocket range, Poker Flat, is entering the rocket launch window for one of their researchers, Mark Condi, and his 3-rocket scientific experiment. So tonight is actually night 2 of the window. They did a rough test yesterday. So Odin and I are heading out. We're going to grab some gas, some firewood, some snacks, and then we're going to go post up in one of our normal Aurora locations, and fingers crossed the rockets launch tonight or in the next couple nights. So this may end up being a 3-night camping video, a 7-night camping video, but the window is a lot shorter this time around than it used to be. So it's only 6:30. We're still realistically 4.5 hours before the actual launch window begins at 11 p.m. But I want to get there early so I can set up, make a fire, as this is the first night of the window. So likely won't do a fire the rest of the window unless folks are coming and hang out or it's over the weekend. But at least for tonight, we're going to start a fire, and that'll be how we kind of kick the window off. Camera reset. Well, I got stuck again. I think this is number 7 or 8 in the last 2 weeks, but was trying to come up so I could like turn around and come back down, because I want the front of the truck facing that direction, because that's where the rocket launch is going to come off from. And when I went up to then stop and back up, it went up, and so the front end is over the ice, the back end is over the ice, and then there's just a berm in the center. So I've got a bunch of friends coming to hang out anyways for the rocket tonight, so I think I'm just going to unload while there's still sunlight and then wait for them to get here, and then they'll tug me out once they get here. gonna see if we can't get some wood burning in there. Now they gotta launch the rocket. Everything's green. Aurora's green. They have their substorm over Poker. Odin's lighting up everything. Like, come on. Push the button. Launch the rocket. So you kind of still see it behind me. The Aurora is still going on. We had the first substorm come through, so turned on lights real quick so I can make dinner. We're still waiting on big explosion, if you will. The first one was kind of tame, but the time lapse I looked at still looks pretty sweet. But you kind of see it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit behind me, and then it curves all the way down the sky over there. We've got a jet boil going, boiling some water for mac and cheese. And then we probably have another 2.5, 3 hours before the first rocket could potentially go tonight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark, P0.
Oh, there it is. What it did. Woo!
10.
That's so freaking cool. The first rocket went off. They only ended up having 2 rockets, I think, rather than all 3. But the lead scientist kept saying that it's the perfect conditions and exactly what they'd want to launch. And so they launched the first rocket, and we were able to capture it on, I think, 5 different cameras. And so now we're sitting and waiting for the second rocket to launch, because since they did the first one, they're guaranteed to launch the second one. So it's now 4:10 in the morning. We've probably got another half hour, 45 minutes till the second one launches. And then I'll get like an hour and a half of sleep. But that's really cool. The first night of the window and they launch. Andy, how cool was that?
10 out of 10. I've never seen anything like that. That was so cool.
Like, and I don't think I can show the plume on my phone, but I've got video of the artificial one that came out too.
ACS 6447.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark T0.
All linear strip.
What? 10. Clark Sweeter auto check. Five, 4, 1. Auto check. 5, 4, 2, 1, 3.
Third stage ignition.
Plus 40. 8 meter auto check. 5. Auto check. Plus 50. Post 1 minute.
2 for 2. So the second launch went off, and now we're just kind of hanging out waiting on the barium gas release as it makes its trail north. But that's compared to the January launch window where we were literally in this spot for 21 straight days. The fact that this was the first night of the window and they had a successful launch on the first and second rocket. Not yet sure if they gathered all the information and data they were hoping to gather, but from the YouTube stream from Poker Flat, they sounded excited about it. So it's now 4:45 in the morning. I'm gonna wait for Maya and Andy to come back, make sure they're good. I can hear them screaming for joy, so they probably got really good footage off of their cameras. But once they get back and their tours are set up, because Maya is an Aurora tour guide, so if you're in Fairbanks and you want an Aurora tour, look up Maya. I think her Instagram is We Were the Tide, and I'll put like a text box for what it is. But once they head out, I'm gonna go to sleep because I've got to be at work in 4 hours. Good morning, bud. Come in. Well, we got a good 2 hours of sleep last night, but that was still super cool. To see both of the rockets launch was awesome. So it's 7:30. I've got to pack up the truck, get Odin home and fed, and then I've got to head to work. But again, to get to watch 2 rockets launch from camp is so badass. So as I'm packing up, I figured, you know what, I should probably show the Odin camera and kind of the dash cam setup, because last night, not only did we capture it in a photograph both times, and we got it on video both times, but I also got it from the dash cam both times, and I was surprised that the dash cam is going to work.
Mark T0. Plus 10. Mark T0.
All lanyards tripped. One of the main reasons I was interested when 70 Mi reached out is because it's got a Sony imaging system, but it's also got a supercapacitor inside of it, which is super technical to me, and I'm not sure I fully understand, but they explained that because of that, it works in well below freezing temperatures, which obviously we go camping in -40, and the Red Arc system is proven invaluable. The Expion 360 battery is so good that we're looking at adding another one to it because it can maintain efficiency through -40, -50. And so when 70 Mi had mentioned that their 4K Omni dash cam actually works in the extreme colds, I was like, yep, send it, let's get it tested. And it was only about 20 degrees last night, but it was able to record the rocket launch in 4K, which is sweet. So it's actually got a swivel so that I can angle that up and down if I need to. And then that connects to that camera up front. This thing swivels 360 degrees, which is sweet because it'll basically point and then go everything on the interior, and then just takes a standard micro SD card. Go.